Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the BMP-1 here in Simulator Battle. Yeah, I thought I'd come up with some very special battle footage after a while, and this is my very first battle in simulator mode for quite some time. I think it's been over one and a half years, something like this, since I really played simulator battles a few times. And I absolutely love the feeling. So the question is, why am I not playing it more often? Well, sometimes the tanks that I'm interested in playing are not in the queue, or the lineup is, questionable, or I don't know, something doesn't fit. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I need to grind, I need to get footage for, you know, some tank or some review. And most of the people are interested in review material if it is done in realistic, because this is, in this case, where I cover the tanks. Yeah, I mean, there's still a bit of arcade influence there, and simulator is a bit of a rarity these days for me. However, I think I had another break from War Thunder. So my video upload schedule is getting a lot of gaps in it, so to speak. I have no real schedule, but you know, normally I upload on a daily basis. However, I played again Subnautica excessively. I have now breached some of those difficulties or the issues that I had with finding certain material, and Subnautica is just fantastic. Now, the response from you guys was just surprising on the Bergheit video where I mentioned it. So I'm working on a video in the shape that I have to record a bit more material and cut out the boring part, which is kind of difficult because most of the time you're just swimming around. I am now in a stage where I'm already, spoiler alert, building the base for the rocket and have nearly everything unlocked that I know of. And now there is just one final frontier that I have to pass, and then that's it. Nevertheless, now I have to just go to A. You can see my team rushed B, and I was the only one investigating A. A is the capture circle that we have to cap, and there is a Foch coming in for protecting it. Now, the BMP-1 that I'm driving is fully upgraded, and since my tank review on it, one module was added, and this is the 600mm heat penetrating ATGM, the Concours, funny name by the way. And I also am backed up by the actual 73mm main cannon that fires RP9 heat anti-tank grenades, as they're called, with 665 meters of muzzle velocity, whereas the BMP-1's ATGM, the Concours, has a muzzle velocity of 205 meters and is second generation, so easy to aim, and we actually hit the driver, the loader, and damage the gun breech as well. So we have all the time in the world to aim for now the third person in the tank, which is the gunner, which was sitting on the other side of the tank. 600mm of penetration. Sadly, you just have 4 of them, so this is the main limiting factor for me driving this tank. And this tank is fun. The BMP-1 is the fun mobile tank. I've played it recently a bit more with some of the Beehive members. By the way, you see there is an IT-1. He's currently reloading in open field, and he is engaging somebody, but you have a limited amount of information. There is no blue marker on top of this, so there might be friendly fire. There might be the danger of friendly fire, so yeah, make sure that it is not a blue dot on the minimap where it's still kind of, you know, given away that it is a friendly tank. So now a bit of tactical thinking comes in, and yeah, I'm going into A, but I do not intend to cap it, because this would take way too long, and I just have 1 kill. I want more. There is much more action going on if I stay moving. However, I go in up until it begins to decapture it, and then I move out. So all the enemy team gets as information is that their capture point is contested and that now the enemy team has stopped capturing it, so somebody drove right through. But the second message very often gets overlooked. So now I put a lot of pressure on the entire enemy team. They need to recap it. The earlier, the shorter it takes to fully cap it out. But I am backed up by a IT-1 and I'm investigating if we can intercept some enemy tanks on the movement. Now, to move here on this rather open terrain field through the houses is actually exciting. I love this commander's view. I'm using my binoculars to look around and so forth, but to sit on top of the tank and not have this third-person view is actually pretty exciting. There are still some issues, of course. Sometimes if the turret rotates and you're looking to the side or over the rear of the tank, or with the gun pointed that way, then the commander's position is switching. I think this is bugged. It never has changed since the beta phase of the game. Even new tanks have this bug from time to time, which is kind of a bit yeah, it's not really game decisive, but it's annoying. It's just this unnecessary bug that gets overlooked very often. Nevertheless, we are going now deep into enemy territory and there are no enemy tanks. Look, nobody is going for A. The entire team of us is now sitting in the middle of the map. I'm the spearhead, so to speak, and I'm looking around. Is there anybody? Can I get behind this hill and then just look over it? Can I give my team information where enemy tanks are? Maybe enemy tanks such as this Leopard are not looking into this direction. They might not expect me. The BMP is really fast. The BMP-1 is a really fast, mobile, nimble, maneuverable tank. Something that I really like. And there is very bad aim, but the Leopard has not really seen it. He threatens me to escape. I cannot have anything like this, so I just disable him, and I actually also get a nice hit and damage the gun breech. He is not sure where this hit is coming from. He's burning down quite nicely. He extinguished the fire and I finish him off. Not quite yet, just one crew member to go. I killed the gunner and the commander. The loader is still alive together with the driver, and now I killed the driver, which was the safe shot to do from the side at an angle. 300 millimeters of heat pan is always really nice. Yes, I didn't one-shot the Leopard, but I made the crucial hit. Oh, look, there is an M551 Sheridan, and he's retreating. Now, if you look at the direction that I'm looking at, it is somewhere at F4, F5. I have to hunt him down. He is now in the middle of the way of the engagement route of my team. Okay, he might be able to ambush somebody and so forth. So I have to really get rid of this guy. Also, I want to kill, but I have to get rid of this guy foremost to not kill my team, because I have no idea how the dynamic in simulator battles is at the moment. I just didn't play it. I mean, this is the very first battle that I played in 1.5 years. So how does this game mode work? Well, basically like a realistic battle with small teams, which I think is not very nice. However, there it is. He's looking the other way. I aim for center tank, kill the driver and blow up the ammunition. So that is quite nice. So where is now the next enemy? I look around and I seem to appear to have spotted something, because I'm turning around once more. Yep, there I saw it. It was a Leopard. For a brief moment it looked like a Type 74. Don't ask me what. And I'm really hastily getting into this position where I can investigate. Oh, how the tank actually jumps around here in simulator battle when you are in third-person mode is fantastic. Wyvern going overhead. Gladly he didn't see me. Now planes also have the pure cockpit view, which makes it very difficult for them to engage them. So if you're underneath them, which is normally an issue in tank realistic battles, yeah, it's difficult. So I was waiting behind ridgeline, and I actually shot the Leopard. He gets away. The gunner is not enough. He might be able to shoot back, and so I hit the loader and the commander, which were the 2 of the 3 remaining crew members with the ATGM with a central hit, which is nice. I could not have afforded to wait for the reload of the anti-tank rocket with 300mm of penetration, because, I mean, the reload is advertised with 6 seconds, but I think this is more for the rocket, the Concours. The name is really funny for me. But nevertheless, I could have not waited for me to reload, because he might get throw the tank around and get a shot into me. Now, I actually disabled the cannon breach on the second Leopard that I also spotted. He got set on fire, he extinguished the fire, he got set on fire for the second time, and I aimed for the gunner, which I hit with a nice shot through the heavily angled side. But the side of the Leopard is so pathetically thin. I have a heat with okayish penetration for a heat, and off we go. Now, I have expended all my ATGMs, and yeah, I need to now refill them. And at this point in time, I have 5 kills already. An ace match in the very first game that I played with the BMP-1. So, and this was the action-packed sequence. At this point in time, nothing will go on. I will continue to drive into B to refill 4 ATGMs. I mean, that's the maximum amount, which is kind of a shame. If it would have been 8, it would be a glorious overpowered tank. I mean, it's still very, very strong, don't get me wrong. You can roam on the battlefield, ambush the enemy while your team is doing the centralized push, and you can just switch flanks, switch sides. Now, going to B had another purpose. I wanted to investigate if some of my remaining enemies are going for B, so I could have investigated there and intercepted them maybe. But I will cut this part out because it's 5 more minutes that I'm just driving around. So a few minutes later we actually captured the enemy's capture zone, and the match is going to end right now. Survivor, 5 kills, ace in the very first simulator match in a Soviet light tank since I played it for the last time for 1.5 years ago, something like this. The income is not the best, but I just might hasten to add that at this point in time, the early decapturing really profited the rest of our team. And we didn't have to wait minutes after minutes for the last enemy to get shot down or to run away. So that's it for me today. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the battle to watch as much as I enjoyed to play it. Please give it a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, let me know if you want to see more of the simulator stuff, and we'll see each other in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.